Hi, I'm Connor Lee. I'm 28 years old. I'm from Montreal, Canada. For work, I'm a salesman. I'm really lucky because I get to travel the world. I have friends all over the world. Here, look. This is my friend Gabriel and his sister, Sarah. He's 25 years old and she is 26. He's from California. He's a tour guide and he lives in Bolivia. This is him in a really small plane. He does amazing things for his job every day. Here are some pictures of him last week. Here he is on Monday, scuba diving. Here he is on Tuesday, hiking. On Wednesday, here he is in the jungle. On Thursday, playing with some animals. Here he is Friday, back in La Paz. This is Gabe with his two sisters, Sarah and Molly. They are on vacation in Colombia. I am excited to visit him soon. Here's another friend of mine. Her name is Cecilia. She is 29 years old. Cecilia is from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. She is a journalist there. Cecilia loves her cat, Pedro. And she loves her cell phone. She is a journalist, so she's always on Twitter. Cecilia is also a very good photographer. These are pictures from a carnival party. She's a very good friend. She likes to smile. Here's my old friend, Sam. He is 22 years old. He's from Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States. But his family is from Liberia, West Africa. Sam is in college and also a poet. Here's another friend. Her name's Emily, and she is 23 years old. And that's her new puppy, Marcus. Emily's from London, England. She's in college and she is studying history. And this is my friend Trevor. He's 27 years old. He's from Canada, but he lives in New York City now. Trevor is an actor. Here he is with his team last Sunday. Here's the trophy. Trevor is very funny. He's a good friend. Here's my friend Antonio. He's from Florence, Italy. Antonio's from Italy, but he works with me in Montreal. He's 25 years old. These are some of my friends. I'm really lucky.
This is Jin Chong. He lives in Washington, D.C., and he's a chef. Jin Chong works 6 days a week, and he's always very busy. This is a typical day in his life. Jin Chong usually gets up at 7 a.m. He stretches and gets dressed. He always has a big breakfast. He often cooks eggs and makes toast. He has coffee every morning. He never drinks anything else. Jin Chong leaves the house around 8 a.m. He usually cycles, but sometimes he takes the bus. He doesn't have a car, so he never drives. Jin Chong always goes to the market before he starts work. Here, he buys fresh vegetables. He buys tomatoes, broccoli, peppers, and eggs. Jin Chong arrives at work around 9 a.m. He opens the restaurant and starts cooking. First, he prepares the vegetables. He chops onions and tomatoes. Then he cooks the meat. He grills beef and chicken. For the rest of the day, Jin Chong is very busy. He doesn't have a break until 3 p.m., and he doesn't finish until 7 p.m. When he finishes, he goes home, prepares his dinner, and goes to bed. He rarely stays up late. In fact, he usually goes to bed around 9 p.m., so he's ready for another busy day tomorrow. Sandwich. An item of food consisting of 2 pieces of bread with a filling between them, eaten as a light meal. The word sandwich probably comes from John Montagu, the 4th Earl of Sandwich. He was an Englishman who lived in the 18th century. He loved playing cards, and he didn't want to stop playing to eat. With a sandwich, he could play and eat at the same time. But the sandwich did not become popular because of John Montagu. In fact, the sandwich became popular in England in the 19th century when people began to work longer hours and needed something practical to take to work. Soon, workers in the United States started to eat sandwiches too. Today, the sandwich is the most popular snack in the world. The average American eats 193 sandwiches a year. And it looks like the sandwich is going to be a national favorite for a long time to come. Sandwiches are popular because they're simple. All you need is some bread and some filling, like a slice of cheese and some meat. You don't have any cheese or meat? Don't worry. You can put anything in a sandwich. This is Eastern District, a sandwich shop in Brooklyn, New York. Here, you can buy cheese, meat, snacks, chips, and sandwiches. A lot of sandwiches. Lunchtime is the busiest time of the day in Eastern District. Lots of people buy sandwiches when they're at work. They are quicker and easier to eat than a full meal, but they can still be healthy and filling. Eastern District is always thinking of ways to make their sandwiches tastier and more interesting. They have a lot of classic sandwiches, like cheese and pickle, and ham and cheese. But they have some more unusual sandwiches too. Soon they're going to introduce a salmon, goat cheese, and onion sandwich. Delicious. So, how many sandwiches do you sell a day?
We sell on a good day, we sell 50 sandwiches.
How much do people spend on their lunch?
On average, people spend about $10 for lunch.
Which sandwiches are the most popular?
Our most popular sandwich is the ham and cheddar with mustard.
What's your favorite sandwich?
Let me decide here. Okay, my personal favorite sandwich is the prosciutto with ricotta cheese and olives and fresh greens.
The sandwich has changed a lot since John Montague's time, but it's still as popular as ever. The United States is the home of the movies. American filmmakers produce thousands of movies here in Hollywood. But Americans don't just make movies, they watch them too. Today, there are almost 6,000 movie theaters in the US. There are huge movie theaters and small movie theaters. And they show all kinds of movies. Over the last century, movie theaters have changed dramatically. But this movie theater in Williamsburg, New York, looks like it hasn't changed since the 1920s. Nighthawk Cinema combines the best of modern and classic cinema. Nighthawk's owners took old movie equipment from other movie theaters. And they beautifully recreated an old-fashioned lobby, ticket booth, and theater. The theater still shows old movies, too. Every day, Nighthawk's staff carefully chooses old and new movies. They show some movies on 35mm film. Movie theaters have used this kind of film for over a century. Nighthawk also shows modern digital films. And they sell movies on DVD. But Nighthawk Cinema doesn't just show or sell movies. They give you the whole movie-going experience. Have you ever eaten in a movie theater? No? Well, you can here. Each of these seats has a table. Here, you can eat gourmet food and have a drink. Nighthawk Cinema is a modern movie theater that hasn't forgotten cinema's fascinating history.
And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways.